Good day. This is Stone Reporters News, and I am Abigail. Across Nigeria, the law states that bail is free, yet many citizens say they are being forced to pay before regaining their freedom. Today, we are asking, are arrests being carried out within the law, or are people being exported?
My name is Jimo Olatunji.
Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes, years back, I've been arrested before.
Did they tell you what your offense were?
No, not really. I was in the bar having fun with myself. They just came there to come and raid. They are looking for someone. Since when they did not see the person they are looking for, then they took me to say I'm among them. Then they carry me. So along the line, and I'm now shouting, what have I done? You don't know me. I didn't do anything. They beat me, break bottle on my head that I'm the one. So along the express. So I now shout to her, please help me. I don't know these people. I don't know these people. So people that knows me eventually came to my side. What happened? So they stopped their van. So after that, so they talked to the policeman that this guy doesn't do anything. That this and so later on, I think they paid them money to release me that time. So since that time, then I stopped scrolling around. I always make sure that I am safe with these books.
Okay. So how did that particular experience make you feel?
It makes me feel bad because if you want to do your investigation, do the investigation right before you accuse someone that you did this so things. You are accusing me that I'm came here to come and fight or I came here to come and steal. So it's not me that I'm looking for. So,
okay. Were you asked to pay before release?
Yes, I was asked, but the people that came to rescue me, I think they paid them money to release. So,
thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Please tell us your name.
Mrs. Chibike.
Have you ever been arrested, ma'am?
No. I was the complainant. Like I went to invite police to come and settle matter for me, because they would say that police used to make peace. So along the line, as I went to them, they really attend to me. So later, after addressing the case, they say we cannot go like that. That we should pay money to bail ourselves.
How did that particular event make you feel?
I feel betrayed because they wrote that bail is free, and again police is your friend. The police bring peace. So what? It did not bring peace. They did not make any peace. They just talk and collected money from the. Most people that they took to that station was not having any money. And it was not my mind. My mind was they should just come. I already bought fuel for their vehicle. So my aim was they should just come and talk to them. Or even if taking us to the station, maybe they should just put the peace, let the peace be. But they later collect money from everybody. And it's not even small money, 15,000. And I was asked, I asked if I can do transfer. They say no, they don't receive transfer. I must withdraw the money and come and give them. And they will not allow us to handle our phone while we did not commit any crime. It's just a quarrel in a place. So I invited them to come and settle the dispute, and they turn it outside, turn it everything.
Afternoon, my name is Benson.
So have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
How did that experience make you feel?
Well, it's not easy. Being arrested is kind of nightmare, especially when you know that you've not done anything wrong. But this community, our find ourselves, you can't be right in front of a police officer in Lagos State. In this country, you can't be right.
Did they tell you your offense clearly?
They can't tell me. They didn't tell my offense because I had no offense. They just claim that I committed a crime. A crime that there was no investigation. Just what they decided on.
All right, sir. Were you asked to pay before release?
Normally in Nigerian police, it's always written bail is free, but nobody comes out freely. Entering the station is freely, but coming out of it, you pay ransom.
How much did they bill you to be released?
I've paid for a friend. I've once paid 10,000. For myself, I've paid almost 15,000 for myself. And other cases, bailing bike that have been arrested because I'm chairman of an organization at Ayobon, to be precise. Arresting of bike out in Ayobon has no reason. You don't need to make an offense before a policeman will arrest you. They can see your bike and tell that they suspect you. So being suspect is a crime already. In Nigeria here, in Lagos here, if a policeman walks up to you and look at you, if you are spending nice, you dress good, you are a suspect. Next thing you hear is police harassment. Bring your phone, where from, where to. They'll hook up something just to extract money from you. So you have no choice. It's either their way or their way.
Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate.
My name is Bose.
Ma, have you ever been arrested before?
My two sons.
Did they tell you what their offense were clearly?
Yeah, they said it's one boy to come and buy food from me. Then my two sons beat the boy and collect the phone. That is the offense.
Were you asked to pay before release?
Yes.
How much was demanded of you?
The woman said 25,000. We beg before they collect 15,000.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
My name is Daniel John.
Okay, so have you ever been arrested before?
No, but my friend was arrested.
Okay. How was he told about his offense clearly?
No, but because they asked him to open his phone, he refused. So that's why they arrested him.
Okay. Was he asked to pay before release?
Yes, they asked him to pay, but everybody knows that pay is free, but they refuse. We tell them the pay is free, they say we should still pay money before release.
Yeah. How much did he?
Like, if I'm not 25,000, yes.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Stadiwali.
Okay. So have you ever been arrested before?
Yes, I've been arrested at Ogun State.
Okay. How did that particular event make you feel?
Well, I was shocked, and that shock made me have a lot of experience when those things happen to me.
Okay. Did they tell you your offense clearly?
Well. I can say they told us because it's not only me. It's because of the rent of the house we rent. Because the owner of the house have dead, and he has two wives. Is both two wives, they are fighting because of the house, because they are standing on one side is collecting the money and one side is not know anything about the house. So they use all those things, rope all the tenants that are living in those houses, including the second wife that collecting, that are aware of the house. So they have to pack everybody to station, and where we are going to know, they told us that when we get to station, they told us that we went to rape, we went to rob. In fact, we saw a lot of things there which I didn't experience in my life.
And were you asked to pay before release?
Before released, I face a lot before I can get released. Not, you see, the money is painful, and what they took my eye to see. I'm a humble man in where I'm living at Abeokuta. Those police let them put me shame for what I didn't know anything about it. I don't even have experience about it. They handcuff me to my street, to my house. Most of the people that already seeing me, respect me, regard me. Both of them are just perplexed, asking me about what happened. Are you thief? Did you rob? Asking some kind of question. What I just telling them that I didn't know. In fact, this case, my brother that I'm living with, since when I've been living with him, my brother ever cried because of this matter. My brother cried. I saw water in I saw crying in face of my brother and my dad. So my family are crying, all because I didn't know anything about it. So for the money, they took money. We spend a lot of money, going to 350,000 for which I didn't know. So I will thank God that since then, in fact, this case is because of this case make me back from Abeokuta to Lagos, because I'm staying in Abeokuta before.
While many Nigerians share their similar experience, what did the law actually say about arrest and bail?
My name is Okaja Dominic.
Please, what do you do, sir?
I'm a legal practitioner, Lagos-based legal practitioner.
Okay. So I would like to ask you some certain question if you're down for it.
You're free.
Okay. Sir, under Nigerian law, is bail truly free?
Yes. I would like to say yes to some extent, because people misconstrue the term bail, especially when it comes to administrative bail, for different things. If you go to police, it is boldly written bail is free, but when you get there, they say bring such amount of money before you be released. That is wrong. That is illegal. But the police has devised a means now. They call it money for printing or whatever they so call. Actually, when someone is arrested, the Constitution has clearly stated that upon conclusion of your investigation, actually that is how investigation ought to be done, followed by the arrest and prosecution. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. The first thing police will do here is to arrest you and started investigation, which is wrong. Actually, investigation ought to have been completed, done thoroughly, then followed by arrest, then prosecution follows. And at the police station, bail ought to be free without paying a dime, because on the face of it, you are telling the person, go and come back. And if you have concrete evidence, you charge the person to court, then the court will grant the person or admit he or her to bail, as the case may be. Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 clearly stated a ground upon which bail can be granted. We have capital offense and non-capital offenses, because if it is capital offense, granting of bail is tedious. However, like Supreme Court say, in a case of Annie against the state, 2005, to Nigerian Weekly Law Report, part 610, that it's only the living that can praise the Lord. So also it's only the living that can face trial. So once hurt is in issue, hurt is involved, bail will be granted to the accused person, even though if it is capital offense. That is the law. And also, other offenses such as preferring, stealing, as the case may be, theft, and other thing, false pretense, obtaining by false pretense, 419, and whatever, are bailable offense. So the condition the court consider in granting you bail are numerous, but I'm going to mention few to economic of time. One, the likelihood of the accused person to go and commit other offenses, the prevalence nature of the offense in society. For instance, popularly known as obtaining by false pretense, today has become a prevalence factor. Offense of that nature, the court, in granting bail, they have to consider in details the prevalence nature of the offense and the likelihood of the accused person, if admitted to bail, to commit same offenses or offense as the case may be. Those are the things court to consider. And also, whether you are going to tamper with the evidence they already in place. Once the court note that you have the tendency of tampering with the evidence in place, then they may refuse you bail. But on the face of it, bail is free. And there's a misconception there which I want everybody to understand. When they says we admit Mr. So ABCD admitted to bail in the sum of 20 million naira and with a two short in a like sum. It doesn't mean that 100 million is to be deposited. What the court is saying is to assure, is to guarantee the presence of the accused person at the trial. That money become payable upon default. Once he or she defaulted in appearance before the court of law, the surety will now go in for it. That is why in that scenario, two things will happen. The surety may be arrested pending the accused person, the substantial accused person is apprehended and brought down to court to face the trial. Or if the monetary sum is the witness in question, the surety in question is capable of paying the money, the option left is either he pay the money and go home, or he go in place of the accused person. But on the face of it, bail is free. Another thing again everybody should know is that when the bail is granted upon tedious term, on the face of it, there is no bail. The Supreme Court in several mba against the state that a bail is not to punish an accused person, but is to guarantee him freedom to have access to come back to prepare for his case and appear on the later day. So once bail is granted, it does not mean that your case has come to an end. It's only give you the liberty to prepare for your trial and come and face the case. So in that scenario, once you run away, warrant of arrest, bench warrant of arrest will be invoked against you. You'll be arrested, and on that circumstances, I doubt whether you'll be allowed to entitle to bail further, except when my Lord temper justice with mercy. But on the whole, bail is free. Nobody collect money, no judge, no court officers will collect money from you because bail is being given or granted to you. So that sum they ask you to pay, because some people may say you pay money for bail. They don't pay money for bail. The bail sum is just like a double decker to guarantee the presence of the accused person during trial. That is what it's all about. When the bail is tedious, you could not be able to meet up with it. All you need to do is to file what we call application for variation, meaning you are telling the same court that the condition given to the accused person is tedious, he or she is unable to perfect the term. On this note, take a look at it and revisit the bail term. Instances about where the judge will in-depth analysis of the term will give what we call liberal term by removing some certain terms such as landed property, certificate of occupancy, surety of grade level 17, director in ministries, and so on and so forth. So once those things is removed, they may say, okay, bring anybody who can show a means of livelihood. That is variation. So that is the best thing to do, because if you go I can tell you, if you go to prison and you see some people over 10 years, bail has been granted to them, but they were unable to perfect it. So then don't even have access to lawyer, because obtaining a lawyer in Nigeria today is not easy. You have to muzzle up in terms of your financial stance to do so. So that is what bail is all about. If you go to any station, they say bring money for bail. Actually, it's wrong, but in Nigerian context. So the right things to do is that charge the matter to court. And if the police do otherwise, the best thing to do as a lawyer is to bring application for fundamental right enforcement against the police. If it is official arrest, you bring the application solely against the police, especially when it turns out to be erroneous or wrongful arrest, or when even if it is lawful but the subsequent act become unlawful, you can bring an action for application for fundamental right. But however, if it is ministerial arrest, what I mean by ministerial arrest, if Mr. A went and instigate police officer to arrest Mr. B, and at the end of the day unlawful act is carried on Mr. B, in bringing the application, you bring the application for fundamental right against Mr. A, who instigated the police, and join the police. That is the best way to go about that. So my position is that bail is free. It's just because of the understanding people has over time in Nigeria, and the concept and the scope of operation, the Nigerian police go with it, make people think bail is not free.
What should a citizen do if their right is violated?
Very simple. The entire chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution is dedicated for human right. And we have what we call Fundamental Right Enforcement Rules 2009. It's because people are not aware of most of those things. Once citizen right is being violated, the right thing to do is to go to court and make application for enforcement. It is as simple as ABCD. It's one of the fattest cases any lawyer can do. It's based on affidavit evidence, no call of witness. That is the best thing to go about it. Once police arrest you, law says you should try the person within 24 hours. The highest is 48 hours. And the law made a condition, the Constitution conditionally stated that if the place where the arrest took place, there is no call within the radius of 40 kilometers. And I can tell you no part of Lagos here that you can say there is no call within 40 kilometers. So holding somebody beyond 48 hours in Lagos is a grave violation of that person's right, irrespective of the offense. That is why I said that Nigeria is not like other crime. In United Kingdom, in US, before police will invite you or before police will arrest you for any offenses, except where the offense is committed in the presence of a police officer. But if a report or investigation is to be carried out against anybody suspected to have committed a crime, believe me, in a developed country like US and Canada and UK, they might have calculated the what? They might have completed the investigation. The day they say, Mr. B, you have a case to answer, you don't have option than to say, I agree, I'm guilty, you plead guilty. Do you know the rationale behind the what Nigeria called plea bargaining? That our EFCC turned it upside down in Nigeria. Plea bargaining was initiated in US because they believe that if we carry out an investigation and there is a loophole, that the likelihood of convicting the accused person is not certain, and the damages caused by a person can be quantified with monetary value, they will now go into plea bargaining. It's a win-win approach. But in Nigeria, you see a governor loot billions of naira. He say he want to go into plea bargaining, paying 1 million naira, and he go free. Somebody will rape somebody, say want to do plea bargaining. Rape offenses, sexual offenses, which is criminal. Somebody will kill. Somebody will do capital offenses and other serious offenses related to special offenses are not on the face of it. It ought not to come within the confine of plea bargaining. But in Nigeria, you see oftentimes things happening like that.
So what are the actual procedure of an arrest?
Okay. First of all, Administration of Criminal Justice Act made the provision in line with what we call CPL and CPA of old. It made provision instances where an arrest can be carried out. There are offenses. It made provision for instances where upon reasonable suspicions of committing an offense, you can be arrested. Number two, seeing you committed an offense in the presence of the person, either a law officer or non-law officers, you can be arrested. And also, upon giving order from the court of law, that is what I mean by oftentimes they issue bench warrant or order for arrest, search and arrest. If they also border on the reasonable suspicion of an offense, for instance, if NDLE suspect that drug is in a certain apartment, they could go to court to get an order, follow the procedure, get there, arrest the drug lord, and also took whatever substances they found therein. So the procedure basically are three: of reasonable suspicion of commission of an offense, to be arrested. Number two, committing the offense in the presence of a law officer or in a person other than a law officer. That is what the law says. And also upon order from a court of competent jurisdiction.
Can the police demand for money before bail?
No, it's illegal. It's illegal. Police cannot do that.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. The law is clear. The citizens have rights during arrest, including the right to be told their offense and access to bail without payment. The gap between law and reality remains a growing concern. As a report of unlawful arrest and bail related to payment continues, many Nigerians are left asking who enforced this law when those that are meant to uphold it are being accused of breaking it.
Stone Reporters News. Your story matters.